Facebook page and on X. Flash flood emergency for areas surrounding the towns of Mount AIRY and Pilot Mountain. Flash flood warning remains in effect until 8:30 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time this morning for northeastern Surry County. At 3:06 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, severe flash flooding continues as several creeks and rivers are well out of their banks and continue to rise due to runoff from very heavy rain earlier this evening. This resulted in numerous water rescues in the Mount AIRY and Pilot Mountain areas earlier in the night. The AIRY River continues to rise extremely quickly, with the river in Mount AIRY above major flood stage, observed at nearly 29.0 feet shortly before 3 a.m. Rutledge Creek, Teen Creek, Faulkner Creek, and Big Creek may still be rising as well. Numerous roads are flooded and impassable, including East Pine Street, Riverside Drive, Westfield Road, and Welcome Baptist Church Road. This is a very dangerous situation as motorists may unknowingly drive into deep flood waters, not realizing the flooding is there due to the darkness. This is a flash flood emergency for areas surrounding the towns of Mount AIRY and Pilot Mountain. This is a particularly dangerous situation. Seek higher ground now. Hazard: life-threatening flash flooding. Thunderstorms producing flash flooding. Source: radar. Impact: this is a particularly dangerous situation. Seek higher ground now. Life-threatening flash flooding of low water crossings, small creeks and streams, urban areas, highways, streets, and underpasses. Some locations that will experience flash flooding include Mount AIRY, Flat Rock, Pilot Mountain, Cana, Woodville, Ararat, Westfield. This includes the following streams and drainages: Arches Creek, Bull Creek, Ararat River, and Big Creek. Move to higher ground now. This is an extremely dangerous and life-threatening situation. Do not attempt to travel unless you are fleeing an area subject to flooding or under an evacuation order. If you must travel, make sure somebody knows where you are going and the route you plan to take to your destination. If you encounter a flooded road, turn around. Most flood deaths occur in vehicles. Be especially cautious at night when it is harder to recognize the dangers of flooding. Do not drive around barricades. When it is safe to do so, please send your reports of flooding, including mudslides or flooded roads, to the National Weather Service by calling toll-free at 1-866-215-4324. Reports and pictures can also be shared on the National Weather Service Blacksburg Facebook page and on X. Flood watch remains in effect through late tonight.
Okay, so that's this flash flood warning, or should I say flash flood emergency for Surry County, which, if I can pull it up here, is this. This flash flood warning for Surry County, northwestern North Carolina, that's like right around the areas of Flat Rock and Mount AIRY. Oh, and Pilot Mountain, as was mentioned in that warning. And this is to a flash flood emergency that got sent at 12:32 a.m. Now, it's 3:21 a.m. now, so this is the most recent update to this warning, which, by the way, from when it was sent at 12 a.m. will be lasting into 8:30 a.m. So basically, this flash flood emergency here is on set to last throughout the night. Well, at least if it does last throughout the night, because I am saying this while it's still midnight. But yeah, this is amid some flooding around in the northern North Carolina, southern Virginia area that's brought in 5 of these flash flood warnings. 4 of these flash flood warnings throughout this event, with this one being the only one to be a flash flood emergency, with the other 3 being regular warnings. So, yeah. And I should also mention that from where this area is in Surry County here, that if I can pull up here, that's the AIRY River in Mount Airy. So right around the flash flood emergency area. Its current stage is at major stage. The threshold for a major stage for this river would be at 27.5 feet. The current status is at 28.9 feet. And as you can see, it's been rising like throughout I think like 4 or 5 hours. This is from this graph first rising around 10 a.m. So yeah, pretty severe flooding around any northern North Carolina and southern Virginia area, because there's this flash flood emergency within Surry County being the biggest headline, but there's also a flash flood warning here, which includes Carroll County, Floyd County, and Patrick counties in Virginia, and also a portion of Surry County. And then also this other flash flood warning that has Yadkin County, which actually got taken out, but Surry County, Stokes County in North Carolina, and Patrick County. So pretty much generally just throughout this area, there's been enough rain to have these flash flood warnings around in this area. And as I said, the flash flood warning here for Surry County being the biggest headline for what there is throughout the area. So that's the AIRY River, Mount Airy. Here's the AIRY River, Ararat, which is like maybe a few minutes south. It's rising in its own way as well. Now it's at action stage. This is where it's at. That's in major stage. But yeah, that's what we got going on around midnight of Sunday, August 2nd. And just enough for a flash flood emergency to be issued here.